The House will come to order. Members, please take your seats. Sergeant at Arms.
The House is now in session. All persons not entitled to privileges of the floor, please retire to the gallery.
Conference reports received for 2487. HB 2487 relates to correctional facilities use of restorative housing.
The delegate from Virginia Beach, Delegate Davis.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We have the conference report for 2487 in front of us, but I just would like to take a second and speak to this conference report, just to make sure everyone has an accurate understanding of what this conference report does. And I'll preface it by saying that this conference report is the identical version of this bill as it left the House. That is what's back in front of us. However, nothing irks me more than an organization who was able to sit at the table, was part of the negotiation, and then out of the blue, without talking to anyone or so much as a, hey, we're not sure we like this anymore, decides to send out a press release. Now, in their press release that they sent out, they said that all their members of their coalition are against the bill. And I found out that's not true. They may be that person may be against it, but one of the biggest members is not against it. And it seems to be a misunderstanding of what we've done here today in a bipartisan manner. And I don't mean bipartisan as in the delegate from Portsmouth and I went to prison together for a day, although we did, but a bipartisan manner as those who helped work on this beforehand. Delegate Hope has carried this water longer than I can count. Our subcommittee chairs and our committee chairs, every time I get up to speak on this bill, it actually, my comments were, this is not the same as it left the prior body, and there will be a new bill when it gets to the next body. And 4 times we changed it because we were negotiating it. But now there seems to be this misunderstanding that this bill is not what's necessary. This bill may not move a needle, but it's exactly what we've been working for 4 years. You see, I pulled a bill from 2021, and this bill was from one of the most ardent supporters of prison reform across the hall. And it was supported by all these organizations. And it said there's a couple things that we need to do. One of the things we had to do is have an evaluation, a personal and comprehensive medical and mental evaluation within 24 hours. And the bill that we're going to pass today says in there that there shall be a medical evaluation and mental health evaluation within 1 workday of such placement. The bill from 21 goes on to talk next about a record, that there has to be a written record of the facts if someone shall be kept in isolated confinement. And our bill says that such placement shall be reviewed once a week. And the reason why a less restrictive setting could not be utilized shall be recorded in writing. Then it goes on to say that we need to make sure that there's a transition from that isolated housing back down to the general population. And it asks for that piece. And in our bill, it says that the facility administrator shall have to document a plan for transitioning the incarcerated person out of restorative housing as quickly as possible. And then lastly, Mr. Speaker, there was this talk about 15 days. And why couldn't we do 15 days? And I'll tell you, the bill in 2021 that was trying to be put together didn't even ask for 15 days. And my guess is for the same reason why we couldn't make it happen today. But, Mr. Speaker, I will tell you in a bipartisan manner, we came together to address prison reform that this body has been trying to work on through numerous patrons for quite some time. And we got it done, and I think that's something we can be proud of. And working with the interfaith organizations has been tremendous. And, Mr. Speaker, I would ask that we adopt the conference report.
Shall the conference report be adopted? Ayes 90, noes 1. The conference report is adopted.
Conference report has been received for Senate Bill 887 relating to the same matter, state correctional facilities, use of isolated confinement.
Delegate Davis.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, this is the similar conference report. I'll try to say this again shorter this time. Please adopt the conference report.
Shall the conference report be adopted? The clerk will close the roll. Ayes 91, noes 1. The conference report is adopted.